As we come on the air here tonight at 11:20, breaking news just into the newsroom. Police right now are on the scene investigating a shooting on Klondike Lane near Hikes Lane. As you can see from our video recorded moments ago from photojournalist Levi Hammer, the police officers are on the property of Klondike Lane Liquor and Tobacco. Metro police officers confirmed the call came in just after 10 o'clock tonight. So far, details are not known about how the shooting happened, but police say the victim is suffering a gunshot wound to the finger and a graze wound. No other information has been given as of our late newscast tonight. We also have a brand new update for you tonight on the shooting involving two men in Louisville's Shawnee Park. We brought it to you first as breaking news at 6. Metro Police just before 9 o'clock tonight telling us it happened in the park near 45th and Broadway at about 5 o'clock tonight. Metro Police officers discovering a man inside a vehicle suffering from a gunshot wound. As the officers were helping that man, they were told of another man with a gunshot wound to the arm, and they found that man in the park at Shawnee. Officers then took both of them to U of L Hospital, where they're expected to survive. Detectives are looking to learn more about what led up to this shooting. There are no known suspects. Call the anonymous tip line at 574-LMPD. And hello, everybody, on this very busy Monday night. Thank you very much for staying up late with us for the WHAS11 night team tonight. I'm Doug Proffitt. Police in Simpsonville of Shelby County continue to investigate the death of a 41-year-old woman after finding her body on Wednesday. Police say they got a call about shots fired at 12:40 in the morning last week at an apartment complex on Buck Creek Road. WHAS11 night team's Jose Alonso and photojournalist Levi Hammer back in Simpsonville tonight, talking to the police chief and locals. They say this is not common in their small town.
But it's just a little alarming because we really don't know the background, we don't know what happened.
A lot of unanswered questions in Simpsonville, Kentucky, all related to the death of 41-year-old Brenda Selene Shaquille Akua, a Mexico native who worked multiple jobs in the area.
We're still working a death investigation. It hasn't been ruled either which way. We're still actively pursuing leads. Officers are canvassing areas, trying to get video, trying to speak to neighbors.
Police Chief Thomas Brummer says they're partnering with state police to determine Akua's cause of death.
The state police itself, they have the state crime lab that we have to rely on 100%. We don't have our own crime lab.
Last Wednesday, Simpsonville police responded to shots fired on Buck Creek Road, specifically here at the Beachdale Apartments, where officials found a 41-year-old woman dead. Brummer says there was a language barrier when speaking with neighbors at the scene, but county deputies helped translate to get details.
Everything we've been told, she was a great person, hard worker, worked numerous jobs, and we've not had anything. You never probably have anything negative said about people, but this lady was a very hard worker and a member of the community.
Both the police department and locals of Simpsonville say they haven't seen anything like this case in their area in a while.
But I just found out from my granddaughter, she knew about it. She said that her and my husband were talking about it this morning, and I had never heard of it, and I'm very shocked.
That's just the weirdest thing. The world has changed. Now, of course, we don't know what actually happened, but that is just bizarre.
This might be a one-off situation. There's no signs that this is something that the general public has to be afraid of.
Officials have not identified a suspect, but continue to investigate what happened to Akua. In Simpsonville, Jose Alonso, WHAS11 Night Team on your side.
The funeral home hosting Akua's family today say they plan to transport her body to Veracruz, Mexico, where they plan to host a memorial and lay her to rest. And we have this new information just in tonight as we were coming on the air. We have found out that this man is now dead, according to police. Kentucky State Police were looking for this man. They put out an alert, in fact, earlier, right about the time we came on at 6 o'clock last night. They believe this man shot a woman to death in Meade County, Kentucky. Well, today the Meade County Sheriff's Office found Mary Craze dead inside a home on Simpson Lane in the Ekron community, about an hour southwest of Louisville. Kentucky State Police say this man, 45-year-old Scott Hornback, fled the scene before officers arrived. Kentucky State Police now say that he was found dead with a self-inflicted gunshot wound. We have a clear night across Kentuckiana tonight, and that temperature is really going to drop. As you know, the sun went down much earlier tonight after we changed the clocks over the weekend, but the change at least is coming with a mild fall week ahead. So let's check in right now with Chief Meteorologist Mallory Schnell. And Mallory, those temperatures are really getting cold tonight.
Yes, we will be dropping back down into the 30s tonight and into tomorrow morning. Right now, we're already in the 40s across much of the region, and you can see a few isolated spots in the upper 30s. We do have clear skies for now, also light winds, so that really allows temperatures to plummet very quickly. Expect to wake up to temperatures in the 30s tomorrow morning. Chilly temps all across Kentucky, and some patchy fog is possible once again, similar to what we saw this morning. So some patchy fog for that morning bus stop. By the afternoon, however, clouds will be decreasing with highs in the lower 60s. We'll talk much more about the rest of the work week forecast. That's coming up in a few minutes, Doug.
So today, we're announcing an expansion in services to help our community through the temporary closure of the main library.
The main public library in downtown Louisville at 4th and York is closing for up to a year starting in December. It's all part of an $8 million renovation project at this library. It is Louisville's original public library building. Well, so that means history needs a touch-up from time to time, and to do it safely, the contractors told the mayor, you need to close it off. But our main library also offers more than just books. It's a refuge during the day, and it's a place for people with no computers to look for jobs. WHAS11 Night Team's Alex Dieterer tonight talking with one person who stays in a nearby shelter and uses the main library.
It's a safe haven.
The main public library in downtown Louisville is closing for up to a year. An emotional announcement for Parker Wade.
I am currently unhoused.
Wade currently stays at Hope Village and has to leave the property every day from noon to 5 as part of personal development days.
Where am I going to go? I'm going to go to the library. And it turns out a lot of other unhoused folks come to the library. There isn't anywhere else for us to go.
Wade says for the unhoused community, the main library at 4th and York is one of their only places to access restrooms downtown, seek refuge from the weather, and have access to computers.
The job that I have now, I got it here at the library. I spent 4 to 5 hours a day, applications, back to back.
Mayor Craig Greenberg made the announcement. Starting December 1st, the library will close for an $8 million renovation, which started in February.
We'll have 16,000 more square feet of usable space in the historic 1906 portion of the building. We'll reopen the 3rd floor, which has been closed since 2018. And we're adding improved meeting and study spaces.
Greenberg said the closure of the library came at the advice from the contractors due to safety risks.
This was the absolute last thing I or anyone else wanted to do. But after we questioned the contractors about other alternatives, it became very clear that this was the only prudent option.
To help fill the gap, the library system is extending their hours, adding expanded computer access to Goodwill industry campuses, and the city is planning a remote computer center on Brook Street.
This was a reprieve.
For Wade, the year closure is taking away a safe haven for others who have nowhere else to go.
Because these folks matter.
Left with a month to figure out their next steps. In Louisville, Alex Dieterer, the WHAS11 Night Team, on your side.
Tonight, we want to take a closer look at other library construction projects going on in the Metro Louisville area. The Fern Creek Library near Fern Creek High School, expected to open in 2026. Renovations are still ongoing for the Portland Library on Northwestern Parkway. It was supposed to open last year. Meantime, the Parkland Library off Virginia Avenue officially reopened back in February of this year, thanks to a $6.6 million investment from Louisville Metro government. The government shutdown now in the 2nd month and heading toward an all-time record, about to exceed the shutdown seen during President Trump's first term. That was the longest in history. Now, with his approval rating steadily declining, President Trump and the Republican Party continue to blame Democrats for the standstill. Millions of families rely on those SNAP benefits and paychecks from federal jobs, which are still not coming in. Open enrollment for affordable health care showed worrying price increases as Democrats urged Republicans to talk about health care. House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries offered his solution.
Wouldn't the easiest way to fund SNAP just be for Democrats to vote to fund the government?
No, the easiest way to fund SNAP is for the administration to do exactly what it's done in so many other instances. This is an intentional, vicious choice that Donald Trump and Republicans are making.
President Trump says he refuses to negotiate on health care until the government reopens. Many Americans worry that in this instance, it will be too late. So we used an online calculator provided by the nonprofit KFF, formerly the Kaiser Family Foundation, to see just how much more you could pay a month in premiums if ACA subsidies don't return. Experts projected increases of up to 26%. People making the median income in Jefferson County at $39,000 a year will pay an extra $144 a month. Families of 3 making $67,000 a year, which is also the median family income, will pay an extra $247. And a family of 4 earning over $150,000 would see an increase of $472 a month in payments. Regardless of income, premiums will go up by thousands a year if new avenues are not explored. This past Friday, Kentucky Governor Andy Beshear announced the allocation of $5 million to food pantries to head off the SNAP cuts. Today, the executive director of Feeding Louisville, Melissa McDonald, answered questions about the disbursement of that money. She says as soon as the organizations receive the money, they are able to order their supplies, which could be as soon as tomorrow. The demand for food assistance is rising and pantry lines are getting longer. McDonald suggested the best way to help out.
If you're looking at how to best have your time dollar or products stretched, the dollar is going to be the best, because a food bank is then able to work with wholesale dealers, work with getting wholesale prices and not the retail prices that we would be paying when we go to purchase food for a food distribution.
The $5 million is only a temporary Band-Aid for food assistance funding and only expected to last through the month. New tonight, Martha Lane Collins, the former Kentucky governor who died over the weekend, is being remembered tonight by the Japan America Society of Kentucky. Collins, who was from Shelbyville, became the very first woman to be elected governor in Kentucky. She served from 1983 to 1987. After several trade missions to Japan during her administration, her crowning achievement was luring the Toyota plant to Georgetown, Kentucky. It opened in May of 1988, with people from Louisville driving there for jobs as well. She was awarded the Order of the Rising Sun Gold and Silver Star by the government of Japan in 2009. Tonight, the Japan America Society of Kentucky sent WHAS11 News a statement pointing out that the Toyota home run paid off for years to come. Quote, beyond the automotive sector, Japanese companies have also invested in other key areas of the Commonwealth's economy, including food production, bourbon distilleries, and horse racing. Under her leadership, Kentucky experienced record economic expansion. New on the night team, lighting landmarks tonight. The color of teal across Metro Louisville, how this is recognizing Alzheimer's Awareness Month. It's new coverage for you right after this.
And here's a check of today's Kentucky Lottery jackpots. Mega Millions, $800 million. Powerball, $419 million.
The Kentucky Lottery, funding education for over 1 million Kentucky students.